Hey everybody, this is Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, coming at you with another playthrough of Dungeons Deep and Caverns Dim, the third scenario in the Hobbit saga. In the Hobbit saga. I can't say that, Matt. That's the second time today that I've not been able to say it.
I think it's just pure comedy gold. Hobbit saga.
The Hobbit saga. Yeah, it's comedy gold. That's exactly what I'm going for. But Matt and I just shamefully lost our first playthrough before we even got to attack or kill any goblins under the Misty Mountains. So, and this scenario is famously my least favorite scenario, maybe in the whole game. So, Matt, maybe give everybody the 30-second rundown about what's going on here.
Well, the 30-second version is we're basically playing out the events of after Bilbo fell off Dory's back, where he famously riddles with Gollum and wins the ring and escapes from the Misty Mountains.
Right. So, as we set this up, it's after killing the Great Goblin, Bilbo's companions fought to win their escape from the goblins. By the time they realized Bilbo had been lost in the darkness, it was too late to turn back and search for him. So the setup for this is add the lake and the cavern to the staging area, which is over here, and then it's and then we created a riddle area, which I will highlight here, using stage 2A, and then follow the instructions over there. And then stage 2A says search the encounter deck for Gollum and Bilbo's magic ring, which we have right here, and then it says shuffle the encounter deck. So shuffle the encounter deck, and then it says place Gollum and Bilbo in the riddle area and attach Bilbo's magic ring to Bilbo Baggins, then shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so do all that. Now we flip everything because we've done the setup instructions. Okay, and then we cannot advance to 3A unless we get through the riddle area and through this, and it says we reveal an additional encounter card per player during the staging step. And as we learned in the last, what do we want to say? In the last playthrough, that extra card is probably the riddle stuff that we're going to have to worry about. Or at least it's really trying to force us to place progress here, because we can't put progress on this unless we actually answer some riddles. So we can't do anything to Bilbo Baggins in this part of the staging. He's separated from the dwarves. That's the whole point of having a separate staging area for him. All that this is going to happen is we're going to have Gollum and Bilbo riddling each other back and forth. And so, Matt, I've been doing a lot of talking here. What is the riddle mechanic, and how does it work?
So the riddle mechanic is designed to simulate the contest going back and forth here, and basically a lot of the encounter cards will have a riddle keyword. In which case, when they do, we'll have to decide if we're going to resolve the encounter card as normal or do the riddle on it. And the riddle is going to ask us to guess a sphere, a cost, and or a card type. So the spheres we could name are the normal ones along with the special Baggins sphere for the saga. However, neutral is specifically excluded from that list since it's not a sphere.
It's not a sphere.
And the card types we can name are ally, event, attachment, or treasure. So no side quests, since this was before side quests were introduced.
Right. So, okay. So hopefully the good ones are when you only have to name one of them. And that it seems like there's several that have name two, a combination of two things. And then there's one that's name three, name the card type, sphere, and cost. And that's a real pain in the neck. And we also know that Stargazer, Gildor and Glorian, Gandalf, all those don't work at the beginning of the at the beginning of the riddle phase, but you can use that to use the magic rings ability to draw more cards for the riddle mechanic, and so you could see what is coming that way. But we don't have any of those cards in our deck either, so so that's not so that's going to be that'll be
It's going to be challenging, even with my helper spreadsheet that gives us the odds of drawing any particular combination.
Right. Just so you guys know, Matt, I'll pull it over here onto the screen that I'm recording. Matt created this spreadsheet here that has all the different types of, the cards and the names of the cards, and as you draw them, it changes the percentage. So, and you can see what's left in everybody's deck. So that way we can have the best chance, right? We're playing the percentages. Didn't help us a lick the first time around, but
the odds are just not in our favor.
Right. That's the wrong IP you're playing with. Okay, but since we didn't make it very far, all we did was kind of reset what we had. And Matt, I just want to make sure that you draw a card.
All right.
Okay, good. Okay. And so, again, we're going to do non-simultaneous planning just to make it better for the recording so everybody can see what we're doing. So, Matt, go ahead. You can give it a start here. What's your first step in planning?
I think my first step in planning is to pass to you, as the only ally that costs 2 right now in my hand is Wandering Took, and I only have 1 spirit resource.
Okie doke. And I don't have much that I can do, but I can definitely put a Dwarven Axe onto Gimli for now. So that's going to be it there. I can use Radagast Cunning in case I want to lower the threat in the staging area. So
okay.
So I think we're ready for questing, right?
Yep. Well, last time I had a Glamdring to make it worthwhile to hold Thor and Oakenshield back to attack.
Right.
We only saw 1 enemy last time. Maybe I should just go ahead and quest with everyone, and
it's up to you, my friend. Yeah, whatever happens. So, okay, so you're sending 7?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll send at least Thalon for 8. That's already more than we did in there. And then I think I'm going to leave... I'll quest with Ori. Why not, right? 10. And then if we need to, I can take something undefended, depending on how many how many enemies we get. It may be okay to leave something undefended.
We can always hope for the best outcome here, right? Plus, the more damage Gimli takes, the stronger he gets.
Right. Okay. So, first card, first player. What's in my pocket? I have a feeling I know what this is. Okay. So there it is. It says first player must name. You have to do the riddle. So sometimes you have a choice, but in this case, you have to do the riddle. First player names a sphere and a cost, shuffles your deck. That's the anti-Gandalf, hero Gandalf, and anti-Imladris and Gildor and Glorian thing, because you shuffle your deck and discard. There's no action window in there to look at the top of your deck. So you discard the top 2 cards, and then you're going to see if they match what you said. So, Matt, the whole world's watching.
All right. This time it looks like Leadership 1 cost has the best chance at 16%. So we'll go ahead and name that. So Leadership 1, no. Leadership 1, no. We fail the riddle.
We fail the riddle. Okay. And so, because we fail the riddle, Gollum makes an attack against Bilbo. So Bilbo will defend that attack, I would guess, and take 1 damage. Okay, so now that was your first card. Second card. the Warg's Glade. Okay. Do you want to do the riddle, or do you want to leave the? Do you want to leave it on?
I mean, this is one of the nice riddles where it's just a single question.
Right. It's just a single thing you're looking for. Name a sphere.
Right. And so I have over a 50% shot of hitting leadership, although didn't see a single leadership card last time.
And it says, but you're just looking for the top card of your deck.
Oh, just one?
Yeah, but we do have the ability to use Bilbo's resource and the magic ring.
Yeah, I think at almost 60% chance here and getting the possibility of 2 more cards, I think the probability is in our favor this time.
The odds are ever in our favor. If we're going to stick with the Hunger Games theme, we might as well, right? Okay, anyways.
No Hummer horns in this set for you.
Yeah, tracker jackers. Right. Okay, so go ahead and I guess let's hope.
Leadership? Yes!
Oh! See, this is the thing about this. I can't stand this quest. I've made that pretty much known. I've written the article on Vision of Palantir, and I've said that through the playthroughs, but it makes it feel like achievement unlocked when you actually do something on the riddle, with the riddle mechanic. You're like, yes, it works. So we actually get to place 1 progress on stage 2. So now this card goes goodbye, right? Because we did the riddle. Okay, so now it's my turn. Okay. When revealed, starting with the first player, each one must choose 1 goblin enemy from the discard pile and add it to the staging area. I think that this whiffs because I don't think we have any goblin enemies in the discard pile.
Nope, just the 2 cards we've seen so far, which were Location and Treachery.
Yes, so I think that this whiffs. So, thank goodness we get a little break. So, okay, my second card is a Wild Wargs. First player names a card type, shuffles his deck. Do you want to do the riddle on this one?
I think we should.
It's card type. So, do you have you're most likely to draw an event? Oh, did you add your events and things that you discarded?
Yes, I've been updating as we go here. So, Very Good Tale. It's the last one, Unexpected Courage. So, yep, I'm at 41% of revealing a event and 40% on a ally. So,
and it's 2 cards.
Right. So,
and
chances
then
are good.
And we also have some. We also have some resources here, so we can get up to 4 cards if we need it. So I think so. Yeah, let's try it.
All right. Let's go with event. First card. Not an event. All right, feeling.
Second card.
Second card. Not an event.
Not an event. An attachment. Okay. That just increases. So we spend the 1. You want to spend the 1?
Yep, let's spend the 1.
Okay, we have to spend the 1 or else we're stuck.
We lose again.
We lose again.
There we go.
Hey,
get it.
Event. Okay, now the question is, do we want to do it again?
This is our last encounter card, so yeah, I mean, all we need to do is exhaust the ring, right?
Yeah, and raise our threat.
Our threat's still low-ish. Plus, if we get up to 3 progress, we're 1/3 of the way through 2B.
Okay, I will exhaust the ring and raise my threat by 2. Oh, wait, I forgot to put my threat down to normal. Okay, so we didn't get it, but I think it was well worth the... Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got rid of Brock Iron Fist, right?
Right. It's true. Okay. So the other thing we could have done was saved the resource for... We could have put the resource on him and saved it for the next round. But
well, doesn't the exhausting the ring add a Bilbo resource?
It does, but we could have just exhausted and saved the resource and not spent it since we already were successful, and that would have given us more chances next round.
Well, no, we get the... Oh, because we're not actually doing the action where you exhaust the ring. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. We had to spend the resource we got from exhausting it to
Right.
discard the additional
Yes, you exhaust it to get the resource, but then you can either keep the resource or, you know.
For some reason, I was thinking that exhausting the ring let us try again. No,
Right.
I got it.
Well, it does, but a little bit different. So
There's another action in there I was
right.
glossing over.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess there's only 2 in the staging area, and that gives us 8 progress on this quest.
6? So we weren't requesting for 8?
We were requesting for 10, I think. You had 7,
Oh.
and I had 3.
Okay. I forgot you went ahead and sent Ori.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was going to take something undefended if I needed to. So...
next round then, right?
I hope so. Okay. Okay.
I got a Snowborn Scout. And Dave got an Erebor Hammersmith.
I did get an Erebor Hammersmith. Okay, so let's see. For the Erebor Hammersmith, I'm looking at all your cards to see if you have an attachment that you would love to bring back into your hand, like an Unexpected Courage.
There is, but isn't he top attachment?
Topmost attachment. So which one is that?
That's
The
Barehood and Cloak.
Are you sure? I feel...
Yeah, because that was the second card for the last
Okay.
riddle.
Okay, that's fine. So, I still probably will bring out the Erebor Hammersmith.
I mean, getting the Spare Hood and Cloak out at least gives us a ready.
Right. Okay, so the Erebor Hammersmith, I'll target your deck. And
Okay.
you can, or your discard pile.
I got Spare Hood Cloak back.
Okay, and then that's 2. Okay,
All right.
and then I think I am done? Question mark. It's a. I guess I should. Like the choice is bring out the Gondorian Spearman right now,
Mhm.
or save and bring out the Citadel Plate. So
I like it when you could get a plate on Gimli.
Right.
So that just gives
me
us
too.
a lot of room to take on defended attacks.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So okay.
All right. Well, let's get the Dwarven train running here with Keeley and go find his brother Feely. Which also helps thin out my deck a little bit.
Right.
I think that's another way you could maybe do better on this quest if you didn't build it all with the same cost and card type, is just be like, I'm going to draw out a ton of my deck and get the odds down.
Right. If you just leave events in your deck or something, then it's fine.
All right, let's see. Now, Snowbone Scout doesn't make sense to play right now, but we could go ahead and put out the Wandering Took. And maybe put the Spare Hood and Cloak on him, since he's kind of a marginal ally anyway.
Whatever you want. He's the Erebor Hammersmith with one less hit point.
Well, the way to kind of pass threat around the board.
All right.
I believe that's it for me.
Okay, so your Dwarven engine is on right now.
Yep.
So that's good. So now we are questing, right?
Correct.
Depending on what you're doing, I think I may just send Thalon and the Hammersmith.
Okay. Well, I
I
think
could also send Ori and leave up the Hammersmith because he's just as an effective of a defender as Ori is, with 1 defense and 3 hit points, but is less catastrophic to lose. So I'll send 3. That's what I'll do.
okay. Well, since I have the spare hood and cloak on Wandering Took there, I feel pretty confident about sending Thorin.
Okay. So that's
And I'll send
6.
Gloin. And
It's 8.
send the brothers. So we're at
9,
10.
10. Yep, we're 10.
I think that will be good because then I have Nori to defend, and I can always ready up Thorin to help attack.
Okay. So 10 versus 2. This thing doesn't do anything. It just sits there and is just a
Base level threat.
yeah, just start with 2 threat in the staging area. So, okay. So I'm player 1, first card. Wargs.
Now, this is one of the easier ones.
Do I
Card
have
type.
something that is it's just card type? I have 45% chance of an event. So, I think that's a good good
Yeah, that's
odds for 2 cards. So I will do the riddle instead of the enemy. So card number 1, event, right? Is that what I'm naming? Based on your spreadsheet. Event card number 1, Gandalf. Ooh. Okay, card number 2. Treasure or Christ. Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 here because I don't want to fail this. Okay, to say event again.
exhaust the ring.
Exhaust the ring. Okay, event. Okay, so I lose. Okay, so that's 2 Gandalfs, an Orcrist, and a Henemarth.
All right, Hanemarth's there, and Orcrist.
So these guys go by. Because of this, he makes an immediate attack. We'll defend it. And he's at 1 hit point. Okay, but this goes by. So that was my first card. I think we're just going to have to
play it safe.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Name's a sphere. What's my sphere breakdown?
Your sphere breakdown is you have 51% chance of tactics, 12% of baggins, and 30% on lore.
Discards the top card. It's just 1 card. You know what? Forget it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough go with just 1 card. And we already blew through our safety net.
Yep. Okay, so I'm picking this. Okay. So those are my 2 cards. So.
All right. My 2.
Your 2. Surge. When revealed, starting with the first player, each player must choose 1 goblin enemy in the discard pile and add it to the staging area. I'm not sure if there is any goblin enemies in the discard pile.
Wild wargs are creatures.
Wild wargs are creatures, so we just manage that. So that was card number 1 so far, right? So we're at 5 in the staging area. Your second card is a Goblin Cave. So that's another 3.
And it's going to be 4 because it's going to boost the goblin runners.
It doesn't because it's the active. When it's an
active.
Yep. Good
Got
catch,
it.
though. Okay, so so now we have some decisions here. So we'll put 2 progress on here. So now we get to travel. Now, do we want to travel to the Warg's Glade or the Goblin Caves?
I mean, the Goblin Caves is going to give us some more immediate benefit. And so far, we haven't hit too many goblins.
So that means a whole bunch are on the way. Okay.
Yeah,
Plus, it has more threat, right?
right.
Okay. So maybe the Goblin Caves. Okay. I'm okay with that. I will engage this guy.
Sounds good.
Okay. And I will deal it a shadow card. What do I want to do? Okay, I will defend with the Erebor Hammersmith. This guy's attacking for 3. The Hammersmith can take it without dying. If there's okay, so there's no shadow effect. So he takes 2 damage, and then I will attack back with Gimli here for 4 and kill the runner. How's that?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Except Bilbo we can't make any more mistakes.
Right.
Oh, I forgot to raise my threat because of the magic ring, or because of the ring. Okay. So, okay. Control N. Yep, Control N. Okay. Okay. You're first, my friend. I did get a Bofur. That was my...
Well, I got Steward of Gondor, so I could actually play that on your side, which would help you get out both Citadel plates. Or Bofur if you want to dig for more weapons and things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, normally we've seen my deck kind of sit on a pile of resources. I'd be getting it on Nori for more spirit.
Right.
Which might be helpful because we're gaining a lot of threat and I have Galadrin's Greetings in my hand.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know, I think we're probably going to need the spirit resources sooner than later.
Greedy. That's fine. I'm just kidding.
I'm fine to throw it over here too.
No, it's fine. I'm just teasing.
All right. So let's pay for those and go ahead and add those. And so what I could do here actually is I could go ahead and spend the 3 spirit resources, lower my threat by 6 now, and move the Wandering Took over to you and take 3 of your threat. So we'd both lose like 3 threat net. Or I could put out another Wandering Took.
No, you reduce your threat by 3 to give control. And then I would have to raise my threat by 3.
Oh, okay. I thought I read it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So you can do that same thing. You could reduce my threat by 6, and then
I
mean,
it.
yeah. As long as it's the same. Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea. So we're
Okay.
taking quite a bit of threat already from.
Right.
So
Okay,
you get the Wandering Took now.
Okay, I'll take control of it, and I only lowered my threat by 3, just so you know. So that's good.
I did the same.
Okay.
And
you have Nori, which allows you to reduce threat when you play dwarves. So
yeah, I did that last turn for playing Feely.
Right.
And do we want extra progress on one of these locations? So I have the Snowborn Scout.
Never hurts.
Let's go ahead and play him out. Let's just go ahead and put it on the active location.
Okay. Got
So
it.
I'd rather get past that sooner than later in case we
Mhm.
run into goblins.
Right.
And that's my planning.
Okay. So I'm going to put down a citadel plate because that makes me able to. Well, it just makes Gimli a much better attacker. So that's my planning for now.
Okay.
So now it's questing, right? So there's 4 in the staging area right now. So your first player.
Well, since I've got a Snowborn Scout to block for me, let's go ahead and send the team here.
Okay. So how much is the team?
The team is 9 willpower.
Okay, and then I'm going to send 3 for a total of 12.
All right.
So again, send Ori has more. He has more willpower than the Erebor Hammersmith, and he defends for the same. So okay, let's do this. Right, your first player, first card. Characters get. Okay.
Card type 3.
So if anybody's not clear, here's what Matt has to do. He has to decide whether he wants to take the when revealed from the treachery or ignore the when revealed and do the riddle. And so the riddle here is name a card type and a sphere, and then you shuffle your deck and then you discard. At least he has 3 cards to do it. Now, if we take the treachery, I mean, we just can't attack. We also get -1, so that means we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll be at 5.
Oof.
So,
I mean, we still got 3 more cards to go. I'd hate to blow through our safety net on the riddle so early. I kind of feel like maybe taking the willpower reduction is the better move here, just because it's one of those dual.
right.
You don't think so?
It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Like you don't necessarily. What is it? What are the two?
So the
2 traits are card type and sphere.
Right. So right now my best shot would be leadership ally at 26%. So
Right.
it's pretty borderline there, especially with 3 cards. But then like I said, I don't want us to have to blow through everything and then be like, oh, well, we got 2 more riddles to have to answer.
Right. So maybe you're right. Maybe that's the beauty of this quest is to take the
The lesser of 2 evils.
well, just take the one that only has 1 property to try to match up.
Right.
So, but okay. So we will take the -1 and cannot attack until the end of the round. Okay, so we go down to 5 willpower. Okay, here's our second card. Is a Goblin Caves. So
All right. 7.
that's 7. Okay, so now my 2 cards. What's in its pocket? Okay, first player names a sphere and a cost. And now we discard 2 cards only. So a sphere and a cost. What's your sphere and cost breakdown?
All right, the leading 2 are actually a tie between leadership 0 and leadership 1 cost, both at like 15%. This is going to be rough. It's the problem with my deck. I have a wide spread of costs.
All right. If it makes you feel any better, it's not really your deck. It's it's Caleb's deck. So.
Well, I'm going to say leadership 1, I think. So I think that's pretty much Ever Vigilant or a very good tail is what we're hoping to see here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do leadership 1. So first card. Oh, that's so close.
Okay.
Number 2. No.
Oh! Okay. So obviously we're gonna
go for the third card.
Go for the third card.
No.
Okay.
Fourth card.
Fourth card. Raise your threat by 2. Leadership 0.
I picked the wrong one, apparently.
Oh, you said leadership.
This should leadership 1.
Oh, I thought you said Okay. So we lose.
We lose again.
Okay. What's the how are we going to be able to I think that we only take the ones that are for sure.
Blind.
And I think that we also, instead of like over here, like I think we load as many resources onto Bilbo as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get this card here, we do our best to use those resources to try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
use these resources to do that card.
Right. Just play it a lot more safe. Do all of the riddles we have to, or we have a really good shot at getting.
Yes.
Like the single. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna have to do that.
Okay. So that was take 2. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Or sometimes they say 3 strikes and you're out, I guess. I don't know. So, Matt, should we try it one more time?
Yep, let's try it one more time.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you again on our next playthrough. I hope. Maybe. Okay, see you later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.